Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, today we've got a map which reminds me very much of the map we reviewed yesterday. They're both very, very different, don't get me wrong, they are very different from each other, but there's something about them that is a little bit similar in the waterfronts and the islands and the coastlines. Today's map is definitely going to suit a more experienced player. Yesterday's, if you're not so experienced, if you're looking at this going, I'm intimidated by this one, have a look at the map we reviewed yesterday. That will suit you a lot more. It does have a lot of quirky areas on it that you might want to bulldoze, but that's easy. That's what the bulldozer is there for. Also today, if you are a big fan of BonBon Butchers Foreign, fumbling with foreign as we like it, today BonBon will be butchering Nordic, not just throughout the map, but also in the factoids, because butchering, I'm sorry, I do my best. I read, even with research, I do my best. I don't do my best on BonBonBingo though, I leave that to you, only winners are welcome, and of course, you're welcome. If you could do that little thing. That's right, doing that little thing really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's map is Naströnd Bay by Wafthrudnir. Yeah, I've tried this. I can't work out whether it's Norwegian, Swedish or Icelandic, but Naströnd or something similar. There's your start square. That's pretty playable. I have no grumbles with that. Terrain heights. It's all across on the right hand side of the map, but you can access interesting areas in the middle 25. Resources are strong. Yeah, they're strong. They're accessible. Happy with that. And then if you've got Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, it's pretty interesting as well. So credit for that one too. Off to the workshop, what do we need? Well, tree anarchy today. I've switched everything over from unlimited tree. So many switchings at the moment from one to the other. Of course, Wafthrudnir, which means really nicely written description. We'll be using the relight colour. No, hang on. That's the LUT. The real neutral relight colourless slut. Got there in the end. And a mix using theme mixer 2 of Alps Dolomites and Coos Bay. Coos Bay again. It's a welcome return to Coos Bay. It is mostly Alps Dolomites. Coos Bay is mostly for the sand, the cliff and sand texture, that kind of thing. Intersection marking tool, no controller, few assets to subscribe to, including a couple of really nice networks like this one, and the standards begin. Of course, Wafthrudnir. I mean, what can we say? Now, let's start off with the tunnels. In fact, we'll have a look at the tunnel as it emerges over here. This is the level of quibbling for today's show. Okay, I can't find much because it's Wafthrudnir. So these two tunnels are a little bit squint at the top. Is it meant to be like that? Could well be. It's fine. It's okay. Let's not grumble. Nothing to grumble. But yeah, it's a talking point because with a Wafthrudnir map, there's not really too much to go. And look at the blue mantle. No, there's no blue mantle. No, there's not going to be any of that going on today. All the grumbles will be simply to have something to talk about on the YouTube show. This is the sort of map that you know if you're going to want to play it without me. In fact, I could just sit quietly for the next 20 minutes. No, I can't. I can't do it. I just can't do it. So anyway, yes, right, so what have we got? We've got a really interesting waterfront. We've got some quite challenging environments away from that segment of the map where all the buildable space is, and I think that is where the fun is on today's map. Yesterday's map, we had the two pretty flat islands, interesting shaped, that were there to be built and exploited. This one, yeah, you can build your city in from that coastline, but hang on a sec, hang on. Pull this back a little bit. See how these two roads come together to merge together. I can see why. I think it could have been slightly more slickly done. Either that or pull them apart slightly and have two separate tunnels. I think those are the two ways of doing that. As we come back out the other side, oh look, there you go. These are slightly squint as well. Again, I understand why. Of course I understand why. And it's not easy to get them absolutely perfect when they're on the curve. But yeah, they're slightly squint. Talking point. That's what the comment's for. Tell BonBon, shut up about squint tunnels. Okay, I'll do that. Right, okay, intersection time and good intersection marking. And this is one of these ones that just is a secondary start location. And of course, all the standards are very nice, very strong, and lane merging as well. So no grumbles going on there. Now we're into the main buildable slot, and of course it's nice. Of course it's nice. Why would it not be nice? All right, well, a quick moment to talk about what's coming up. Right, so next week is the final full week of regular Watts Map. The week after will be regular Watts Map, but only Monday to Friday because Christmas Day is Saturday, so we will stop on the Friday. But I'm going to do like a double bubble. Double bubble. Speaking of bubbles, look at this bubbly intersection. The really worst segue ever there. Right, we've got to head off to the left. We're going to follow the route here that's going to take us to the start square. Okay, so we have to take a right here. We're going away from the start square now. Thank you for driving through my living room. And then we're going to take a right here. So we're going away from the start square, but we have to go away from the start square to come back to the start square. Loop around this way, and then we are heading back in towards the start square. Yep, all happy with that. Good. And then we're going to head underneath this. Now, when we leave, we're going to have to come back over this overpass. So remember that one. We mustn't get lost. Try not to get lost. I'm completely lost. So anyway, under the overpass here, and then the next right is the turn off for the start square. And here it is. Nice little roundabout in there as well. The whole thing looks really pleasing and a decent enough amount of space to build into. And that's the way you'd be building. This is probably not the way you'd be building unless you are feeling really experienced. Of course you're feeling experienced, why wouldn't you not? Right, okay, now what we need to do is we need to get back out onto the highway. So how are we going to do that? We're going to go down onto the roundabout, around the roundabout, take this turn off here, and then loop that around, up and over. See how lovely this is? It's lovely. When you get nice intersections like this that actually feel normal, feel right, don't they? This is it. Feels like that's what would, the only thing that could have been built there. Now we need to go back over that overpass that we've just passed, so we're going to take the next right. We're going to bear off, bending it around, and then take the left onto there, and we're flying. Isn't it cool? I think it's cool. I just love it. It just feels really natural and enjoyable. And then we join up with the river. So yes, Christmas week. Going to do double bubble. Now, snowfall maps are not popular. Not with this show. Anytime I do a snowfall review, pretty much every time I do a snowfall review, it gets half the number of views, if that, of a regular show. And of course, that's really bad for my channel. It's really bad for my channel because it just means the next show gets fewer views because the previous show got fewer views. And it just stifles me. Why would I want to stifle myself? So, head down here. Lane merging there was interesting. Let me just check that again. Hang on. Oh yeah, fast lane's going down. It's only because all the traffic wants to go in the fast lane. Because the traffic is stupid. Who knew the traffic was stupid? So anyway, yes, so what we're going to do on Christmas week, Monday to Friday, we'll do the regular Watts map, but we'll also do a... Thank you, somebody else going through my living room. We'll also do a snowfall review, but it'll be a short. I'm going to aim to get these snowfall reviews down to 60 seconds within the Watts map review itself. So we'll be able to just do the quick. I don't even know how I'm going to structure this yet. We might even do that before the main review. Anyway, yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. So you're going to get 5 different snowfall maps from this year. Hopefully from this year. I haven't checked yet. From this year and onto the rail. The rail is short. It's double line. And it just goes into up into that start square territory. That's fine. So anyway, So that's the plan. That's the plan. I have plans also for, because obviously then follows the Map of the Year series from Boxing Day through to New Year. And then when we return in the new year, I have some plans. I haven't polished it off. I haven't decided on the exact format of how all this is going to work. So I'm not going to reveal anything just yet. But some stuff that might excite a few of you, actually. Especially those of you that enjoy What's Map rather than the tutorials. Tutorials are coming. They're always coming. But those of you that enjoy What Map, I think I've got something a little bit extra for you. Just watch your space. Intermission time.
Are your soggy little Sims constantly getting even more soggy? Are you continuously drowning your trees and soaking your city? Then you need BonBonB's flood management tutorial. Click the information button now.
And back to Naströnd Bay by Wafthrudnir and the shipping routes. Right, here we got a little route that doesn't look like it connects. So that shipping triangle's a bit wasted. There might be some turn back, although that looks like it crosses over as well. I'm not sure. I haven't tested it. I haven't. There's one or two question marks on the shipping routes. One that doesn't connect and one that might cross over. That might prevent. I don't know. Who knows? There might be some funny stuff. Haven't got time to check it, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. Anyway, shipping routes. We go into all the bays very nicely. A little split at the end. I don't know why we got split at the end. Seems a bit pointless, but it's not going to affect anything. And then ships go all the way out there. Water flow. We have a river system that gets a little bit of help because it filters down a little bit and gets a bit weak. And then just when you think, oh, it's hitting the start square here, we need some water motion. Suddenly, roundabouts, where are we? Roundabouts, here, there you go. Just up ahead, we have some water flow. And there is a water spawn point in that location, just to give it a little bit of a kick. So, yeah, if you're playing vanilla type rules, which I'd be surprised on a map like this, then, well, you do have moving water. The overall shape of the map is very nice. As I say, it does remind me very much of yesterday's, where we had the two islands in the middle. Only this one is more about the ruggedness. It's a much more rugged map, and sort of map that you can almost see Wafthrudnir's work on here, can't you? Now, my minor grumble, and I struggled with this on BonBon Island as well, was with trees on the hills. How do you fade them? How do you make them feel natural? And this one, I don't know, especially that hill there. This one's a bit better. It does fade. We've got like a decent amount of coverage in the valley, and then it tapers off as we go higher. But I'm still not totally buying this, and that's not any besmirch on Wafthrudnir. Even with BonBon Island, I found that my highlands I was really not happy with, and I'm feeling the same sort of feelings with those particular mountains there. We've got water flow. There's your spawn points, and at least with the rivers on this one, they're the widdly twiddly ones. They work fine. They work fine. In fact, let's follow one of them up, because I know in the last Wafthrudnir map I did mention that the rivers in the hills, the really thin ones, didn't quite work. They do mostly work on this one, actually. They do mostly. If there's anything I can't find. Well, if there's anything I can find that doesn't quite work, I get the words out in the moment, I'll point it out. I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will, as we go up into the mountains here. So yes, this is a little bit glitchy here. I mean, again, waterfalls in this game are really difficult to do well. Really, really difficult to do well, because it just doesn't want to be a waterfall. And so it just loops a little bit. So yeah, there is that little talking point again there. But yes, these rivers I feel are definitely stronger than the ones on the previous effort, which was last week. I can't remember which show though. Check the map list. The map list link is in the description. Every map ever reviewed linked there. Yeah, that's all good. Custom bridge, because we haven't had a look at the custom bridge. Top quality custom bridge work. Expect no less. You're going to expect. See if I can look through both of these. Can I thread the eye of the needle with the camera? Just about. Oh, there it goes. Point for BonBon. Where were we? Yes, and then we got this little intersection over here, which gives us access to, I imagine this to be either harbour or an industrial area. And again, it's all very lovely, isn't it? So that's all very nice. That is very nice. Wait for it. There's an oopsie. There's an oopsie. I don't know if that is actually meant to be there. I know there's a comment about reappearing pillars. Those ones have definitely appeared slightly wrongly. Islands is all about the islands. How would you... Go on. This is what the comments are for. How would you utilise these islands? Are you talking ferries? Are you thinking about linking them with tunnels? What would you do? What would you do with those islands? Prison, of course. A prison on the island. Okay, this river here goes off the edge of the map, so let's not worry too much about it. But we have got another glitchy waterfall on this one. Like, we're going to go over the edge here. And this one is glitchy in a different way. It's kind of splurging, but not in a believable way. Again, it looks awkward. And again, that is not an easy task to do. I can't remember how many hours I spent on my waterfall. Been there. But there we go. Over here instead. I like, amongst all the chaos of all the ruggedness, we have some prop line tool work with tree plantation in that. I like that. It stands out by not standing out. I really like it. Also the tree work around the sand here. There's plenty of great work. If you're looking for ideas, Wafthrudnir has loads of them. You could learn a lot just from spending an hour with their map. Just looking, seeing what they've done. Improve your own skills by copying theirs. And you can improve your city by including some urban landscape sculptures by Hongmi. Hopefully that's right, Hongmi. Hongmi, if you're watching, I don't know why you would be, but if you're watching, let me know. Am I getting your name about right? Anyway, is that one there on the right having a poop? Is he catching a poo coming out of his bum? Or her bum? I don't know. Just no. Anyway, loads of that. We're actually on the wrong side. We're on the back of the assets. The front's on the other side. Factoids, because factoids. In Norse mythology, Nishugsh, apologies again, is a dragon serpent who gnaws at the root of the world tree Yggdrasil. Oh, stop it. Yggdrasil. In historical Viking society, Nis, apology again, probably wrong, was a term for a social stigma implying the loss of honour and the status of a villain. Thus the name might refer to a horrific monster in the action of chewing the corpses of the inhabitants of Naströnd, which is where we are today. Urban landscape sculpture. Nice work. Today's asset of the day. I butchered my Nordic so badly there I didn't even get to the end of the factoid, but I think you got the gist. I hope. Anyway, what do you think of today's map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewers' Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Of course it will be. But only you can decide, not me. Click the I button now in the top right corner of your screen, or the link in the description and take you to the voting page where you can vote for free with a Facebook, Gmail, Apple or a Patreon account. But what do I think of today's map? Well, aesthetically, I really like it. I really like it. I think we've got a good theme, good structure, nice design. I'm not magicked by it for some reason, and that's the only reason why it doesn't get the 5th star. I'm going right at the top end of 4 because I find no reason not to, but I'm lacking a little bit of magic. Detailing, very strong, of course, very strong. Minor talking point on the trees on the hills, which I could do no better, and we have that one pillar that's clipping through. So let's go middle 4 because standards otherwise are right at the top. Gameplay potential, yeah, very playable. Not for the beginner, but medium high 4 stars. Yeah, I think that's about fine. Medium high 4. Yeah, not one for the beginner. Very interesting map to build on, and very tempted to taste it myself. Naströnd Bay by Wafthrudnir. Do you know what? I think it definitely has to get the BonBonB seal of approval. Anybody who didn't see that one coming about 15 minutes ago, I don't know what's wrong with you. Oh, wow. Yeah, great. Wafthrudnir, great work. I'm sure there's more coming from you. You did say that there was more coming. That's 2. Is there any more? Please, I love them. Anyway, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking and for subscribing. If you ever get the chance, like now, to use the words of the day in the comments, score yourself some population points. You will have proven that you are part of the 20 and out elite. And I'll be back tomorrow with the chart show. Be there or be boring. Have a great day.